What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Tomorrow marks the end of Science Week here in Australia, and I thought we would mark the occasion by having a look at some of the big things that have happened in science lately. I am going to leave the URL for sort of this main page that I'm on, and I'm just going to sort of read you the headlines and whatever small little snippets that I can see from. That's up real bright. And now it's, let's turn that down so you can see. So we got little, when it wants to, when there we go. We got a whole bunch. So I'm going to read you some headlines. Now I can turn this back up so that I can actually see it. If it wants to cooperate. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, so let's get into it. These look like they're a little bit all over the shop as far as release dates concerned. But yeah, if any of these sound interesting to you and you want to have a little bit more of a read, a little more of a look, the link's down below, and you've just got to scroll until you find the one that interests you and click on it. But going off what we've got here, apparently a new study published in Physical Review Letters presents evidence for the creation of matter and antimatter from pure energy, because physicists have created or discovered a way to turn pure energy into matter and antimatter, which is kind of cool. A Neanderthal genome has given insight into their social structure. So a new study sequenced Neanderthal DNA, revealing the first father-daughter pair and other clues about social life in prehistoric times, which is kind of cool as well. I don't want to get flagged. Please don't flag me. A study by researchers at the Scripps Research Institute is looking into potential COVID medications has revealed that apparently a tapeworm drug might have. Obviously, I'm only reading what I can see here. But apparently, the headline says a tapeworm drug as a COVID antiviral. So make of that what you will. Go read that if that's something that's interesting to you. Histamine has been discovered to regulate serotonin levels in people with depression. So heightened histamine levels from inflammation inhibit the effects of the mood-regulating neurotransmitter serotonin. Now whether that means we want more of it, we want less of it, I don't know. Does it mean that we're going to start using antihistamines to create more serotonin to sort of combat the slump that we generally... I don't know. Kind of interesting. I'm probably going to read that one myself, because as I've displayed a couple of times in my Get to Know Me's, mental health is kind of a big thing for me, so I'm probably going to read that one a little bit later. Australian researchers have found a new molecular bonding site on the coronavirus that causes COVID-19. That anticoagulants can target a weak spot in be completely honest, that's probably the last one I'm going to talk about when it comes to COVID, because like I said, I don't want to get flagged. A lot of these are COVID related though. A lot of these are immunology. We've got one here that's a clinical and molecular DX. I don't know what that stands for. We've got a microbiology one here. There's a lot of immunology ones. One here that asks, does fasting help against infection? So does not eating and sort of having a fast protect you against infection? It says here, most people feeling under the weather, especially those with a fever, tend to lose their appetites. And obviously this one here is sort of asking the question there of, like, is that a built-in sort of animalistic instinct of, I'm not going to eat because then that way I'm going to heal faster? Interesting read. We're not even going to touch that one. We got a cannabis sciences one here, which we're not touching for the same reason. I'm not touching a whole heap of these other ones. Microbiology one, gut microbes could make aging brains youthful again. Just one more step towards making us immortal. Good to know. Researchers observed the birth of a new solar system. So astronomers are gaining new insights on how our solar system was born from observations of a nearby star-forming region, where we're currently witnessing the birth of a new solar system. Now, depending on how nearby that system is, it might already be thousands of years old, because we're only just now seeing it, and we've got to factor in the distance and the speed of light. So it could already be old, relatively speaking to us. There has been a discovery in a connection between bear DNA and human language groups has been discovered. To say here, incredible findings from the wilds of coastal British Columbia have shown how closely linked animals, humans, and I'm assuming it continues to save the environment, but it sort of starts trailing off after the first two letters of environment. We've discovered why sunflower heads face the sun. Interesting. Thought we already knew that, but apparently we did not. Interesting. How stress can impact gene expression in the brain. A University of Bristol researchers have learned more about how chronic stress may be linked to health problems, so, both physically, and it starts trailing off during that word, I'm assuming it would then continue to end mentally or end emotionally. Another one here, I can just see this particular one uniting anti-drug groups and vegans, but apparently cannabis cultivation negatively impacts the environment. Yeah, there's a whole heap here. There's and these are all been published in August as well. So not all necessarily during this last week, but a good percentage of them have been. I think the earliest one I've seen here on this first page at least is the 9th. So not too, about the last 2 weeks sort of thing. Now over the side of the page as well, if you do decide to click on it and have a look, you can actually go into any of the categories and look solely at them. So if you're a, if you're a chemistry and physics person, you can go straight to chemistry and physics on the side. The trending categories are, I'm assuming by the fact that it has new next to its category name, that it's only just been created, but the coronavirus is currently at the top. What a surprise. Then health and medicine, then clinical and molecular DX. One of them was surrounding COVID as well. Then immunology, then cardiology, cancer, cell and molecular biology, genetics and genomics. So basically all of the microbiology, basically all of the ones that might possibly have a COVID article in them are at the top. Then neuroscience, drug discovery and development, making vaccines, plants and animals, cannabis sciences, earth and the environment, space and astronomy, chemistry and physics, and then right at the bottom, technology, just because I want to see what its most recent one is. Let's have a look in technology, because none of them were a technology one. Okay, a gamified digital therapeutic helps reduce anxiety. Interesting, what's it say there? Who said games can't be therapeutic? According to a recent study published in Frontiers in Neurology, a gamified starts to trail off. But I'm going to leave it there. Like I said, there's a lot on this site. And I thought, yeah, what an excellent way to sort of round up Science Week, and especially now that, at least if you're in New South Wales, our lockdown's been extended to the end of the month. Why not use this next week that we've still got in lockdown to follow up on some of our scientific passions, because I think we all have an interest, or in one way or another, depending on how you define the word interest. We all have an interest in the sciences, whether it's from a political standpoint or just purely a academic curiosity sort of thing. Why not use this week to learn a little bit more about that area of interest? So the link is down below. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well if you want to be notified when I upload a new video. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a big old thumbs up, and until next time guys, keep your head screwed on.